gosh, I haven't worn them in so long.
It's recording, by the way.
Ugh. Oh my gosh, I'm like already swollen. Okay. Nailed it. And we're good to go? Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Alicia Lowndes and I make motherhood, lifestyle, and travel videos here on my YouTube channel. I also have a blog, cityandgrace.com, so make sure if you are not already subscribed to hit that subscribe button. Make sure the bell notification is turned on so that you don't miss any of my uploads, and you can also find a link to my blog down below where I share even more budget-friendly content, life content, faith content, all different kinds of things. Now the last video I think would have been our gender reveal, which we had right before quarantine started. Crazy to think how much life has changed. But yeah, here we are. I'm just about to enter my third trimester, and so I wanted to give you guys a quick recap of what my second trimester was like. I am about 26.5 weeks today as I'm filming this, so officially kind of into the third trimester. And I can definitely say that the second trimester was better than the first. My nausea pretty much went away a few weeks into the second trimester. Thankfully, that was a huge blessing because I had it pretty bad. And my main symptoms in my second trimester have been like restlessness or a difficulty to sleep at night, which could also be due in part to cabin fever. Also, I have had the sciatica back pain on and off pretty severely, and I don't have it here because it hasn't arrived yet, but I did go ahead and order a belly band. I'll just put a picture up here of what I ordered from Target. It just hasn't arrived yet. So friends and my OB recommended that could help kind of lift some of the belly weight up and help with that back pain. Jeff and I have been going on walks as much as we can around the neighborhood, which has also just been nice to get out of the house. And because we live in Los Angeles, the weather has been beautiful, so I'm really grateful that we're able to get out and do that and see friends and go on our social distance walks with our best friends that live a block over. Another huge blessing in this time when an extrovert like myself is really struggling to get out, but I know that it's important for my body. I haven't been doing much exercise. I definitely want to prioritize that in the third trimester because I know it will also help with the back pain and just my overall health, but I have been trying to stretch as much as I can and drink water, which brings me to my next second trimester kind of necessity. Thanks, Jeff. My husband's behind the camera. These venti water cups, I was introduced to, I know they're always sitting on the shelves at Starbucks, but my sister-in-law Lori drinks out of these constantly, and I love that this also is just easy. It fits in a cup holder, and I'm able to track kind of how many of these I drink a day. So I've been filling this up mostly with water and ice, a little bit of ice. Sometimes I'll put a little lemon in there, but this has been helping me make sure I drink a lot of water. The next thing that I wanted to share was as we entered the second trimester and baby was really growing and baby's brain was developing continually, I really wanted to start doing more kind of thought research and reading some pregnancy books. Now there's a ton out there. It can be really overwhelming to know what to read, but one that I found that we really enjoyed, we haven't read through the whole thing, but we've read through bits and pieces, is Brain Health from Birth by Rebecca Fett. She basically just curated a lot of research on brain development and autism and early brain development and pregnancy health, and so we've just been kind of slowly working through this book. It's really interesting. I'm really fascinated by prenatal development and early childhood development, and so this book has been a really cool resource. She just collects a lot of different research from lots of different places and puts it together. And so yeah, this has just been really beneficial. You know, we hope and pray that our baby doesn't have a lot of complications, but if we do, we want to be prepared. Also, we just want to be able to sympathize and empathize if we have other parent friends or friends in our community or in our child's school with developmental issues. I think it's just really important to be aware of those things. So, been enjoying this. And then, of course, the pregnancy Bible, if you will, the What to Expect When You're Expecting book. I have the 5th edition. My best friend Sarah gave this to me. And my recommendation for this book is, I don't know if you necessarily need to read the whole thing because it really goes into everything, but it's a great reference book if you're dealing with a specific symptom. For example, when I had my sciatica pain or the restlessness, or just this last week I started to get some heartburn, this is a great book to kind of just find that particular issue and look it up. Because this is so comprehensive, I think it can be really overwhelming if you read the whole thing. For me, I want to be knowledgeable, but I also don't need my mind filled with a lot of the what ifs and risks and all the bad things that could happen. So for me and my mental health, it's just been better to kind of reference things as they come up. And of course, messaging my OB, asking my other mama friends for their recommendations and advice has also been great. So, and then this book, critical in terms of prenatal care and knowledge. I just wanted to share this Goodnight Moon book because as baby girl has been growing and we know that her ears are developing and she can hear sounds, we've been starting to read to her a little bit more at night, and we just have this book on our nightstand. And so I feel like this is just kind of her first book. It's the one we've been reading to her. Usually Jeff reads to her because he's able to kind of lay near my belly. Yeah, so we've started to read to baby, started to sing a little bit to baby. We have a name. We won't be sharing it yet on the channel, but we've been calling her by her name, and it's been amazing. I have officially started feeling her kicking and moving, and I feel like she responds to music and sound and sometimes our voices, and it's wild because it's not just like a kick, it'll be like a rumble or like a wiggle. It's so crazy. But I would say, I was just telling Jeff this last night, I was like, you know, my body feels different, but I wouldn't necessarily say, oh, it feels like there's a baby in me. But when she starts to rumble or do her little shimmy or her cha-cha in there, you're like, wow, like there's a little baby in me, and it's just like such a huge blessing, and I'm super, super grateful for that. Yeah, so speaking again back to our little nighttime routine of reading to baby girl, another thing that has helped me at night has been a pregnancy pillow. There are so many out there. I was a little bit overwhelmed because a bunch of different ones were recommended to me, but the one we ended up going with was the PharMeDoc. What I love about this one is it comes with a case, which is great because after you're done using it, I was like, how do you store this thing? My best friend Sarah calls it my life raft. So basically, it's this giant pillow. As you can see here, it goes all the way around the body, and then it has this piece that attaches to it via zipper. And what I loved about this pillow in particular is because of the zipper detachment, you could just take off this piece, which right now in my pregnancy, this has been all that I've really needed. I typically sleep on my side. I was a stomach sleeper, I know, rare, but I was, so it's been very hard in pregnancy to sleep. So while I'm laying on my side, I can kind of put this in between my knees and kind of cradle it, and that's been really, really helpful. And I love that at this point in my pregnancy, I'm not big enough to necessarily need all the support that this offers, but I can just detach and use this. And then of course you can zip the case off and wash it, which is really nice. And it's a really nice, like a cottony flannel, like it's not too warm. Some of them I saw online had like that kind of microfiber or almost like felt fabric, and I just thought that would be way, way, way too hot. So I love that this is more of a kind of a breathable cotton in this light gray color, so when it's thrown on the bed, it just kind of hangs there. It doesn't draw too much attention to itself. It doesn't completely block Jeff in the bed or push him out, because I was a little bit worried because some of those pillows are really big. But I'm sure that as I am now in my 3rd trimester and getting bigger each week, I'm eventually going to need the support of the bigger pillow. And then like I said, it comes with this case, which is great, so you can store it away for if we're blessed or have another baby, or I can wash it and have it stored for a friend. So really grateful for that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I haven't really been doing week by week updates. I've been a little lax in my journaling as well, but I have been capturing different things via text and via video. So kind of how I'm going to archive my own pregnancy is kind of going back through our photos and our texts and our calls with our family, and just wanting to document some of those little milestones that I mentioned, like her kicking and us reading her books. It's been just really, really sweet. So I haven't seen my OB really in this time because we've only had telephone appointments, but I am going in a couple of weeks, so we're very excited for that. So I'm sure some information from that visit will be in my final trimester recap, which will be crazy, but we have the blood test and the glucose test scheduled next, so I'm a little nervous for those, but excited that I'm going to be able to be back in there and get my prenatal care. So, oh, one last thing to mention for the sciatica pain. Hot and cold packs were also recommended, and so I was given this one by Sarah, and this one's really, really great because you can kind of wrap it around your back. And then my sister-in-law, Bethany, had given me this one a little while back, another kind of rice pack. And these, I haven't used these a ton, I think because it's been so hot outside, I haven't wanted to put heat on my back, but this was another recommendation, so I didn't want to forget to mention those. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. Let me know if you're pregnant or expecting, or any pregnancy necessities or prenatal must-haves in your third trimester that you needed or wanted. Leave those in the comments below so everyone can read them and be encouraged by them. And I just hope that if you stumbled upon my channel, you find encouragement here and you don't feel alone in your journey. If you're struggling to get pregnant, we are praying for you. If you are pregnant, we are also praying for you, especially in this time when it's pretty crazy and chaotic to be having a baby. But we keep calling her the light at the end of our tunnel, and we're just so excited to meet her at the end of this summer. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.